Hey, Don here. Well, I forgot my mic. It was sitting up there on the desk. Okay, I'm back again with my live stream I've been trying to get to all night. Back on the ASRock machine. Got the itchy nose there. Let's see. Okay, well, I was going to get back to making, and I don't know that I'll get to that, but on the Fedora 26 new install, I need to make a username for my mom and then start setting things up, transferring her, copy over her Thunderbird email profile and stuff like that. But since it's 4:30 in the morning just about now, 4:27. I think I got up. Yeah, I got up about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. I got my schedule turned around again. I stayed up too late last night, till about 7 in the morning actually, and so I actually figured I'd stay up, to today, August 21st, 2017, is a big solar eclipse, and I thought I'd stay up long enough to watch it, but I don't know about that now, so we'll see. But anyway, I think what I'll do is do what I had meant to do several times and kept forgetting. I had it written down. I had the commands written down. Well, I wrote it down for another reason, but I knew that I had it, and that is the check disk fix command, chkdsk space /f that you run in the Windows DOS screen, or what little bit of the DOS they got left in Windows 7. I think I can get in there from that rescue, boot rescue mode. If not, then I'll have to boot up to some rescue disk and get into regular DOS, or free DOS or something. Free DOS, Uno DOS, DOS. I don't always forget which way is supposed to be proper. But let me see. What I'm going to do. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on both double screens like that, so that when I boot up the machine, at least at the beginning here, we'll leave it like that, and then I can go to that camera and show the screen a little closer. So that's what I'll do. Because you can't read it anyway. You might be able to. Oh, I forgot. That's all washed out. And yesterday I figured out it's really easy to. Let me see. Let me just do it. It's really easy to a 115/80/80. Okay, I can go to the stream. I'll have to hurry and do it, because if I stay on it too long, it'll start using up all my memory. But 192. Yeah, I've been there enough times. 115/80/80. Okay, now I can turn on. I don't know which one's better. Probably the browser. Okay, all I have to do is go. Oh, let me go to the desktop so you can see what I'm doing. Forgot. Okay, so I'm on the desktop now. I'm at my IP address on my phone, and I can just do exposure compensation, and then that will make where you can at least see, that there's numbers and stuff, and it's not just all washed out white. And it works, and I just leave it like that until I'm done. So let me get out of there. I'm going to turn off that video too, just to make sure that the stream is stopped. I believe there are sometimes they just hang up. I mean, I always try to, like in Chrome, you actually have settings, which I'm not using Chrome, I'm using Firefox, to let things run in the background after you set Chrome, and boy, it'll use up lots of resources if you leave them on. And so Firefox, you don't have any settings, and I don't think it really leaves much of it. There's probably some things that are still running in the background, but things like that I don't think would. But I have had trouble with processes really hanging on and not wanting to quit. So I try to remember not to leave things whenever I'm worried about my. Now I can see that it's much better. So good. I'm glad I finally remembered that. And also, on another note, I figured out how to mute and unmute my audio from my, and I'll just leave it sitting over there, I guess. So I'm not using it right now. It's sitting up here, but it is turned on in case I need it. But I can hit Control 3, and did it work? Okay, now it's muted. Oh, I unmuted it. Okay. I guess you won't be able to tell if I leave it laying over there like that. I'm going to drag it all off and make it fall. Okay. Now. Okay. See, now you're going to have a serious echo. Because the SM58 and the little lapel mic were on at the same time. So all I have to do now, doesn't matter what scene I'm in, I don't have to mute it scene by scene. So I can, that's pretty cool. And then I'll still just mute the, I could have shown that, but that's all right. I could have just muted, anytime I want to mute my SM58, I can mute it right there. That's better, and I did see about what if I use like Control M for mic and mute, kind of stand for either or. But when you get into other applications, Control M actually it's already set to do certain things like open a menu in Crusader and stuff like that. But I can just hit Control 3. That's custom setting I made, and it will mute and unmute I had to go in there in the settings and set it all to do that, and I set that to happen. The same exact Control 3 for every single instance of that audio input, that audio stream. So I can just turn it on and off, toggle it on and off. So that's pretty cool. Now I think I'm set, for things like that. Now let's see. Yeah, there we go. So let's get over here and get a drink. And just boot it up. And switch over. Where's my deal? I'm going to have to hurry or I'm not going to catch it in time for it to work right. I had that there ready for me to grab, and then I was busy trying to put stuff down, so I missed it. I think it went to Fedora. Yeah. Well, we'll just let it go to Fedora and then we'll reboot it. And I don't know if this is the best scene to do, but I don't know, I just thought it might be good to have the split two camera thing at this point anyway. I thought it might be good to show what I was doing on the keyboard actually, because a lot of times I'm talking about what I'm doing and I realized, oh, you can see my whole keyboard with it set up like this, So oh, and what I forgot, and the reason I got in this situation, let's see, I don't actually need to log in. You can just click that little power button looking thing and hit suspend, hibernate, restart, shutdown, restart, and I'll restart it. Now this time I'll try to catch it. And also have my PS2 keyboard if for any reason this USB doesn't start working soon enough. But let me do this first and then I'll explain what I was going to say. As soon as I see that grub boot screen, yeah, okay, go down, Windows 7. Now, I don't expect it to work. Oh, look at that. I haven't seen it do that. Huh. Can I do anything else? Well, I don't want to start Windows normally. Fix problems. Okay, let's leave it right there while we read over that screen. We've seen it a million times, but well, maybe not a million. But I was thinking I wasn't thinking right when I thought that installing Fedora and the grub, overwriting the MBR would fix the Windows boot on this one, because I said that the other day, I guess, but it's got two hard drives. If they were on, I did say this. Okay, if Windows 7 was on the same hard drive, it would have fixed it, fixed the boot, the master boot record, the MBR. it would have overwritten it. It overwrites it with the grub at MBR, and it would have then pointed, you know, how I just clicked on that item that said Windows 7. It would have pointed to Windows 7 like it does already now. And probably gonna need another cough drop. I looked at there's one that I didn't quite finish, but it's too small to mess with anyway. So I wasn't thinking straight. I've already ran into this before. I made the same mistake once years ago, but it only makes sense. You know, it's not doing it. Grub did not touch this Windows 7 drive. All it did was find it and add it to the grub boot menu. So now this here, you know, you've probably seen this. Windows files have been damaged or figured incorrectly. Startup repair can diagnose the problem, and if the power was interrupted during startup, which is actually what happened. You know, I had to hard shut it down several times in a row. It wasn't during startup, but it was while it was. Well, I don't know where it was because I couldn't see it because I didn't have my VGA cable plugged in. I was just running the machine remotely from a remote desktop. When it boots up fine, you just connect to it, and it's at the logon screen. You can connect to it and then log on. So let's see what's going to happen here. I think it's just going to go back to the same old thing it's been going to. It is doing a few different things than it did before. As you can tell, I'm going to have a cough drop. I kind of hate getting them because then, okay, now we're going to go through this. This time we're going through a menu. Oh, okay. I don't have a system image. Oh, load drivers. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. Okay, I'll click that one. I don't have any drivers. Next. Okay, but it does get me to this. System restore, system image recovery, diagnostic. There we go, command prompt. That's what I want. Bottom one, I don't know how well it can be read. Okay, there's my command prompt. Let me go switch back. I'd rather show this now. I don't need to be in the picture. Still haven't got my cough drop out yet. But yeah, there's no need for me to be in this picture at all. So, as long as everything looks okay, yeah. Let me get, now you should be able to at least tell that I'm in the command prompt. I don't think you'll be able to read any of it, but that's what I'll, you know, say what's happening here. I'm gonna have to get this cough drop. I'm gonna start coughing to where I can't talk. I did make one little short video about something else earlier. So at least I haven't made 1,000 tests in that. I've only made about 5, I think. Okay, oh, wrong thing. Okay, I got my sticky notes up there with what I want to type. I want to write check this, which is CHKDSK, CHKDSK, space /F, and that's the switch to tell it to fix, to automatically fix it. Hit enter. Cannot lock current device. Windows cannot run disk checking on this volume because it is write protected. Write protected? What? I wonder if I need to log in. Let me see. And in Linux, you have to log in. You know, to do something like this, you'd need to log in as root sometimes. Well, actually, I don't think you have to just to run fix. I can't remember what command what the command is. It's check disk or fix disk or something. See what happens. Yeah, I didn't think it was. X Windows system. Oh. I'm typing CD. Let's see. C : backslash. I'm so used to Linux, I have to remember when I type C colon or C colon backslash, all I get is X Windows System 32. I just realized, well, if I meant it System 32, I don't know. You know what? That Hirens boot CD has so many cool tools in it. I just don't remember if it's going to boot. I'm not going to. I think that it was messed up. I think when I tried to run make files contiguous, I think it messed up the new one that I put on there that booted before. So let me get my CDs out. And I want to leave it running like it is. And this time I will switch back. One day I'll have to get me a it'd be the ideal way to run OBS Studio would be from a laptop that you can leave setting up, and you can just reach over and change things instead of doing all this. KVM switches are great, but all this back and forth definitely takes away from the video. Yeah, okay, I did right. Now I need to find my Hirens boot CD. That's what it was called originally. It was Hirens boot CD because it was on us, made to be put on a CD. UBCD, Ultimate Boot CD, UBCD, UBCD. Hirens, there's the new Hirens. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. And I just wanted to leave it running just like it was because I got to be able to open the CD drive. It's just very hard to open this one. Got this silly cover over the actual drive, and a mechanical little plastic mechanism that pushes the button, and it doesn't work well at all. Okay, now see if I can reboot. Reboot's not recognized as a command. Reboot now. That's what you got to do in some Linux systems. Okay, so I'll just hit, there's a restart button on there. I'll do that. Now, maybe we'll boot into Hirens and see what kind of tools are in there. And I'll do a check disk. There should be some tools you can do check disk on whatever drive you choose. There it is. Mini XP. Let's see what else is in here in case there's something that would just do that to start with. NTLDR is missing. That's for XP. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen it. Even when it said that. Oh, boot Windows 7. Let's see. Oh, boot from hard drive. Let's just try that right quick and see if it works. I kind of don't think it would, but let's try it. I was going to know which drive, though. Oh, let's don't do that. I don't think it would. Well, Vista 7 boot manager from hard drive. Yeah, but if it's broken already, then what good would it do? Right? I need to run check disk. Right? Let's run check disk. Oh, there was DOS programs, but there's a bunch. Well, you can get into some things like that from the actual Mini XP anyway. So I got in here once, and well, I kept forgetting I kept thinking it was a broken boot manager, and I kept forgetting the first thing I really needed to do. I expected it to do it automatically, though. Linux always checks the file system automatically if there's any problems. And I thought Windows 7 did too. I thought it would run check disk by itself, but I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something else wrong with it than what I realize. We'll see once this gets, if this all works up right, like it's supposed to. There it is, higher HBCD menu. That's where all the little programs are. So let's see, antivirus, device drivers. Am I on the double or the single view now? I think I'm on the double view. I want to show this as best I can. Yep, on the double view. Let's go to the single view with the crooked monitor. I don't know. There might be a way to do remote desktop from Hirens. I don't know. Team Viewer. You have to go download it, though. I don't have it on. Well, I have it on a USB. I have it on that SD card. I don't. No, it wouldn't run an XP. Especially this. This is like SP1, I think, or something. Let's just go through here. File system. What else? Hard disk storage. Yeah, file. Partition boot MBR. Let's see what's in there. The boot sect. MBR wizard. A lot of cool tools. Auto mount drives. Acronis disk director. HD Hacker MBR load save. I think I've used that before. MBR check. Well, we could check it. Let's do that first. And then see, these are all command line apps, but some of them are CLI with a little wizard in them. MBR wizard, that's probably one of them. Okay, let's say MBR check. I ran tools like that before. Looks like it's going to be a command line. Okay, let's see. Command line version XP Professional. BCDX, physical drive, NTFS, NTFS, NTFS. Of course, it's seeing these too. It's not just seeing. You have to pay attention in here because it renames all the drive letters from what you would normally be. So you have to pay attention. Okay, unknown MBR code, 28 gigabyte. That's the one I'm looking for. And it has an SHA-1 key. Okay. Non-standard or infected MBR. But I might have written one to it with departed. Y for more options. Dump the MBR of a physical disk to file. Restore the MBR of a physical disk with a standard boot code. Okay. I don't want to break. It could. Well, how come it's not seeing my 250 gigabyte drive? I'm going to exit. That's just an option for later. I might be breaking my grub, my beautiful brand new grub, doing that. If I didn't have that other Linux partition on there, it's probably what's throwing it off. Hard disk storage. Let's see. Okay, this is where we just were. Check disk, F and X. This is what I'm wanting to do. Yeah, file system, Explorer and TFS, Junction and TFSXS. To set permissions. Yeah, so if I don't have the right permissions to, if it really is set somehow to write only, I might be able to set that NTFS part permissions the way I need to. But let's just try. What happened? Oh, device and drives. I'm wondering where did the menus that I was just in a minute ago go? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, there it is. Partition. Yeah, I don't want any of those right now. Okay. Hard disk storage, this is what I want. Because all these file system tools are mostly like to let you, yeah, that NTFS access to set permissions might be useful. Right now, check disk. This is what I'm trying. F X. Okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, that's what I'm wanting. Now, is it going to do the drive? Okay, it's seeing the drives. Enter a drive letter. Okay. Enter a drive letter only. Example C. Okay. HBCD system res, which I guess it's restore. I don't know which one I want, but system restore showing up as C. And then there's volumes 3 and 4, 1024, 232 gig. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be C and D are the ones I want to run check disk on. I'm going to say C first, and then we'll try D after that. You know, C might be the one that's read only, and that's the one it was trying to. Okay, it's running. Okay. Enter the drive letter C. Check. Okay. Is verifying. Okay, check this is verifying. Journal. 0 bad sectors. Okay. And then only the thing that we couldn't do, it says unable to obtain a handle to the event log. Okay, now I want D. Okay, now this is the main C drive of that thing. What would be C drive? And it's working through. This is well, it's about 20 gigabyte of data on it, so it's at 4% now. Yeah, see, this is easier. It's a CLI. It's a kind of a wizard. It's a command line, but it's a wizard, you know. And so you don't have to worry about. Like I don't remember. I thought it was. I knew it was check disk with a switch. I thought it was / or / something, but I didn't know what it was. F for fix makes sense, but I couldn't remember, you know. And also check disk, it's not CHECK, it's CHK disk. And some of the other commands, like in Linux and stuff, might be the whole word. And then like scan disk it's scan disk, you know. SCANDISK if I remember right, or it might have been scan DSK. Now I don't remember. Anyway, you can figure it out by just trial and error, you know. But and ScanDisk was more powerful. It would work better. I used to run. Well, actually, the old ScanDisk from Windows 98 was the best one, and I used to run it on Windows XP systems. It would fix them better. But you had to boot to a little DOS floppy or something to do that, or a CD or something. Now it's at 54%. But I would run that little basic scan disk that came with XP, and it wouldn't be able to fix it. And I'd run. I think I read somewhere that you could do that, and it would work. And so I would always boot them up to a flop. I'd keep me a floppy disk with Windows 98 DOS on it, and I would use that for fixing stuff, fixing XP. So if that's what's wrong with it, then maybe we'll be all right after running this. And that makes sense, because I kept hard shutting it down because it wouldn't show up on my remote desktop. You know, it wasn't showing up to my remote desktop app, and I didn't feel good that day, and I didn't feel like crawling around, you know, taking that thing out. And I kept thinking I was going to reach behind the rack, and you just get all covered in dust reaching back there. If Finally, the next day or so, whenever I decided to mess with it, I realized, well, I can probably just pull it out the front and not get near as much dust on me, and it was better that way. So that's what. Then I pulled it out so I could take it apart and work on it. 92%. So it's not taking. If it was a really full disk like 250 gigabyte with 200 gigabytes on it or something, it would take a long time. But 86, 7, 8, nope, not yet. 99. Okay, it's done. Let's see. Stage 3. Okay. Up 3. Okay. Oh, it's going to do it again, but it's going. Oh, it went really fast. Verifying security descriptors. That's what it's doing right now, and it says it's complete, so it should quit here in a minute. I guess it'll give me another chance to do any more disks that I want to do. It sees the ones that are in the live system here, the HBCD and everything else. Oh, now it's verifying journal USN journal, I mean. Okay, here we go. Okay, everything seems fine except for the same thing with the log. Okay, so I did system reserved. I did D no label, which is actually the C drive of that system. HBCD, which is my live system. Mini XP, it's X. B is the RAM drive. There's three drives you get with HBCD. You get B RAM drive, in this case anyway, E HBCD, and X Mini XP. So it really, when you start trying to do you can do what they call remote registry repair, which is another drive besides the one you're booted to, and it works really well. But you got to figure out what drive you want to go to, or else you'd be sitting there working on your HBCD drive registry. So enter a drive. I guess I just want to exit. Oh, I just hit enter. Okay, it just went through the thing again. Okay, so I'm just going to have to close it like that. Now, before I go, I just want to kind of see what's in here. Again, smart info. Yeah, I might want to see if that drive. Well, I've already saw that the drive was healthy. I did that several times. Okay, and then file system apps. You can explore Linux drives with it. XT2, 3, and 4. Let's see. Yeah, that's NTFS access to permissions. That's interesting. I kind of remember that, seeing that before. Okay, I don't think I want to, run anything else on it now. Let's see, what was the other thing? Editors, file system. Oh, there it is. Partition MBR, command line, boot sect. MBR fix, yeah. So there are those things. If I just have to make sure I know which drive I'm on. I could reach in there and unplug the other one to make sure I can't break it. That'd be what I think I would do. Yeah, if I wanted to run any of these MBR tools, I usually do better with just test this though on something like that in Linux. I'm just so used to Linux, after all these years running Linux since 2005. I say that every time I do a video, seems like, but maybe the only video, that anybody, people aren't going to watch all my videos. What I'm trying to say. Grab Fedora installer, HD Hacker, MBR load save. I think I've used that before. You can back up your MBR. You can save it, and then you can load it back in there, or load a new one, or whatever. MBR check. Didn't I try to run that a minute ago? Oh yeah, and I didn't know which one. I ran it, and I wasn't sure which one it was looking at. Yeah. Okay. USB format tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is reboot. and a shut down and eject. That's what I want. No restart and eject. Nice to have those options. Should just reject and I can just get it out of there. I think. It didn't work. Well, that's aggravating. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do that. Oh, invalid, unsupported format. Huh. Oh, that might be because it's seeing the first hard drive, which is... okay, well, I'll leave it on the shutdown menu and then try to eject that CD. I'll go ahead and switch over, show what I'm doing at least. I'm sitting here fighting with this thing, trying to get that CD thing open. Okay. Whack it with a stick. Come out of there. Alright, I got it. So, my pillow is going to fall down. Let's see. I might as well put it back. I like it. I want it there. Okay, so, and that pencil eraser will mash the button where I can't get my fingernail. My fingernails are they're longer than usual, but all it does is hurt, you know. Tries to want to pull your fingernail off your finger. It doesn't do it. So, let's see. Oh, I got to switch back over there so I can see the screen, and then I should still... I don't know if I doubt that it'll work, you know, the shutdown, but I'll just hit keyboard. Okay, yeah, it's still responding. I'm going to hit reboot and see if it'll reboot. Since there's no CD in there, it probably won't get the commands, though. And I'll probably end up having to hard shut it down, the very thing that I was scared to do right now. Normally, I wouldn't be scared to do that, but... Well, it worked. Some CDs, it keeps that stuff in RAM. Some of them it doesn't. It has to have it in there. Okay, let's go to Windows 7 and see what happens. I'm going to say start it normally since I tried to fix it. Since I ran check disk. Nope. No. We get no prize here. We get no joy. Okay. Oh, keyboard, yeah. Restore computer using system image that you create. I don't have a system image. Load drivers. Insert installation media for the device and check. OK to select driver. What was all that about? Drivers. Oh, that's just some drivers. Okay. But it seems to think that the operating system it's not broke completely. System restore, system image recovery, memory diagnostic, startup repair. That's where we just were. Let's go to, I'm going to go back to Fedora. The only reason I even I'm kind of working on fixing it because I did spend a lot of time setting up this system, and it has all the apps I want on there and everything. You know that. Because I got I've already spent more time trying to fix it than I would have just installing Windows again, but just installing Windows, and then there's all the time of setting up the apps and stuff you want, and all that. But so it's not that, then it's not files that were lost, I don't guess. At least check this couldn't fix it if it was. If there was files that were being written to do with the operating system that got broken and lost, then they're still broken and lost. That didn't fix it. So, and I swear I already ran the Windows 7. Okay, so I guess it's the same thing as what we have right here. It looked pretty much the same. The Windows 7 restore off the install ISO image. I ran that on it once already, and it couldn't fix it. So I'm not quite sure what's wrong with it now. I got to look at my password because I can't remember it. It's brand new. Now I can't even remember what. I guess once I get in here, I'll go to YouTube and see what my view is. I need to see that I'm live and everything anyway. Okay, now there's really not much in here. Of course, I could install a few things, but there's not any. Fedora doesn't really have any Windows rescue stuff in it, in their repos. So I can't really think of anything. I just thought it was a broken boot and everything else was fine, And it still could be. It could be. It did say. That's right. Hirens said the MBR seemed like there was something wrong with the MBR, didn't it? So maybe that was the right drive. Let's see. I've already been to my channel before. Came up. Yeah, I'm live. So let's go over there and look. Oh, this browser doesn't support it. What is it I got to put in there? What did I have to do the last time on that? Oh, because I'm streaming live, and I stream FLVs, flash video files. Once it's been saved, and they'll convert it to whatever they do, convert it to. Now, the thing is, on my regular machine, I don't have flash in that browser either, and it plays in there. But in these brand new machines, when I first set them up, it won't play it. But it does say I'm live, so I know that's going on there. So, let's see. Well, the only thing I have in here already is Gparted. Okay, let me look in there. Whoops. I wanted to look and see what view I had going is what I wanted to do, but I am live. Let me look, because I really cannot remember now. While that Gparted is getting, I'm on the double view. Okay, well I wanted to be on the single view. So I guess I kept having a feeling I should check. Okay, now I'm on the single view. All right. Gparted, NTFS, and then there's my, and there's my, so you have ext4 of 1 gigabyte, and then the LVM is the rest of the operating system for the Fedora. That's what they have now. And let's see. It's a LVM PV. Okay. Well, I don't remember seeing LVM2, but PV I don't remember seeing that, so I don't know. One year they had started using BTRFS. Or it was an option. You could choose that if you want. I guess it didn't. work out as good as they thought, because it's not an option anymore that I saw. Well, maybe it would be if you went into the more custom settings. Okay, so this is system reserved. They should, if they're not mounted, I can mount them and look at them. I see the drive there. Information, NTFS system reserved, seems to be okay. It's not mounted. Let's see. And just says not mounted, dev SDA2. So I think I'll leave that like that, and let's just click do that. Okay, it should mount it for me. Sometimes if you try to mount them in gparted, you might end up with some sort of little error, and if you just click in the file manager, it'll usually mount it. You see, there's nothing wrong with the file system per se. I can go through it all I want. I have been able to every time I've got in it. Don't have a lot in here, but I do have a few documents and stuff. Most of anything that I've got is screenshots of this thing. There's a bunch of them. They're not in the screenshot folder. I don't think I have any. I don't have any other no documents or even no videos. But I purposely didn't save any stuff on it because it. There's a server log, motherboard manual looks like. Yeah, because it didn't have. It had run out of space, and then I finally figured out what was doing it and fixed that. But let's see if we can. I want to try to mount that one because it's not. Oh, you can't mount it from there. I think because it's where's the flags? Manage flags. Okay, it's boot, and that's all it says. Okay. Well, I know it's a hidden partition, even if it's not saying that right here. Maybe it's saying it in here somewhere. System reserved. So that little message in Hirens about the MBR being non-standard or corrupted or something. Maybe that is what's been wrong with it all along. And like I kept thinking, maybe they broke an MBR. But what I'll do then is I'm gonna put my Hirens CD back in there and shut it down. Unplug the hard drive with Fedora so that I can't possibly hurt it. And then, I could write an MBR on there but that wouldn't make it boot. That would be just a blank standard MBR with no boot record on it or anything, which may be what I did already, thinking, might as well, But I think if I put, in the Hirens, there's like restore MBR stuff, so if there's any record left in there of the original MBR, you can find it and restore it and stuff. So there's several apps. Yeah, I don't think gparted. All it does is write just like a blank MBR. It won't fix your broken boot. I do have some of these other rescue things on my USB stick. Yeah, either way, I'm going to unplug my new Linux system so that I can't break it. And then once if I do get the Windows 7 fixed where it will boot, then it should just boot through the grub link to it, because that's all it is. Grub just puts a link to that operating system. It should just boot, probably. And if it did break that part of it where it didn't see it anymore, I could do an update grub and it should be alright after that. Okay, so first I want to get to where I can see the CD somehow. I wanted to use the eject the CD to get it open. It's so hard to open. That's what I was wanting to do. Let's see. That's the other hard drive. You don't see the CD in here. Let's see. See it in media? No. I think you have to go to. Probably, yeah. It's going to be user. Yeah, user. Where is it? I've already forgot where it is. I thought it was in user, USR. where they mount the drives and stuff in here. I don't see it. Okay, so I don't have any other file managers on here or anything. I usually most of the time there's I don't have to have the one to do this much, so I don't really pay any attention. I hardly ever use CDs and DVDs anymore, you know. CD Ripper has opened that up. Now can we eject the CD? Oh, this is, I'm getting silly now. Going around the block. I'm circling the parking lot looking for a place to park, and I could have already parked and walked in. So let's do that. Oh, I actually did it with my finger that time. Okay. Now, got that in there. And I need to switch. Okay, I'm thinking here. Screen me. Okay, I think I'll just do I can swing this over and then swing it back. Well, instead of fighting with this, I mean, once I start moving around, okay, I can't do that yet. Let's do that. Okay, get myself back on that machine and shut it down, and I'll get my wireless mic and use it for a little while. I've started realizing I'm already moving away from my mic a lot without realizing it. And now that I got to get over there and actually open the side of the case and all that, then I think it's time to take advantage of the wireless mic. Okay, now, where's my little, it was hung. Nearly yanked stuff down over there. Okay, it's all set up and it should be working. I guess before I put it in the little bag, let's make sure it's working. Check one, two. Okay, yeah, it's working. So we'll put it in our little mic bag. I'm just going to start calling that the mic bag. And now, okay, so I think I'll, oh yeah, let's do that. Clip it on. There we go. Now I can get up, move around, do what I need to do. Check 3, 4. Shut the door. Okay. Remove the echo. Okay. Now, what I can do is twist this camera over to where I'm going to be working. Yeah, just right. Is it really that behind? There. Okay, and I'll put my little mic bag on. Yeah, you get to see all the struggles I have with my pillow, as wonderful as it is. Oh, dropped my whole CD case in the floor. It's just a little bit too full, so it's kind of hard to pick up. I think I'll put it over here. There we go. Now, Get this on. Oh, I want to yank on my cable. Okay, let's get. That's pretty good. Now, sound good? Yeah. Okay. That always hurts. Okay. It's actually, well, it is hard to get on there. I have to lay it on its side to get it on there. But it's, I went blank. Okay, so I just want to figure out which one of these is the, I don't know which one's the, can't remember which one's the one I want to unplug. Just close that down so that I can. Darn it. Which one is which? Mac Store, okay. Yeah, Seagate, okay. Seagate was the one that, the 50 gigabyte. Mac Store was the 30 gigabyte. Oh, so I want to unplug the 250 gigabyte. Okay. There we go. Well, that's not as tight as the other ones were. Oh, yeah. I think it was the original that was so super tight. Okay. Now, I think we can turn it back on. Ooh. As much as I like the SM58, since I'm moving around a lot, I guess I'll stick with the wireless mic for now. Okay. I'm going to turn this back at the screen. That's actually kind of lucky that kind of lucky that I can do that. I hadn't really tried that lately or didn't remember or whatever. Okay, Hirens. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I need to switch. Well, first I'll switch to the closer view. I'm using the keyboard to try to keep it from doing auto boot. I'm sitting there hitting the down arrow key. Yeah, I think it worked. Maybe. Oh, I did it so much it was getting it out of whack. Okay. When XP Mini XP. Now, I was starting to say, well, I could hit Control 3 and go back to my other mic, but I can't because I don't have connection to that computer right now. With my everything I got is is hooked up to the E machines because the USB is hooked up to E machines right now because I'm using the I'm on the KVM switch, and so anytime the monitor's on whatever machine the monitor's on, that's also what the keyboard is on, and the wireless is plugged into the USB keyboard. So of course if I had to plug anything, it'd probably be plugged into the I say E-machines, I'm not calling it ASRock like I like to because I see the E-machines on the front. I did that without thinking. I saw it and read it several times and finally it came out of my mouth. See this? Whatever you read, that's what you'll say. You didn't know that, did you? Okay. I wanted that little app. Let's see, file system? No. Device drivers? No. Hard disk and storage. I've already forgot which one it was. Nope. Partition and MBR, I guess it was. MBR fix. Is that the one I wanted to run? I ran a different one. MBR check. Let's try that first. Let's see what it comes up with this time. Okay, we got B and X. Physical drive offset. No physical drives found. Huh? Press enter to exit. Why would it do that? Well, let's try a different app. I sort of said I'd go into BIOS and make a look, take a look, but let's go into MBR fix, MBR utility. Let's go into MBR utility. MBR wizard, that sounds like the easiest one. All right, MBR wizard. Let's see. Usage, list disk and partition details. Select the disk or file. Sector, restore. Repair, show, wipe, IS. Oh, list. Press any key for remaining options. Oh, there's more options. Copy. Wow, there's a lot to this. Say list and see what happens. Not recognize. Maybe you have to do big L. Oh, this one's. Oh. / list. Let's see. Not Oh, temp list is not recognized. You have to do big L. I don't know. This one's stupid. I don't like it. Okay. Let's go down there and look at these others. Disk director. Acronis disk director. Disk genius. HDR hacker. Oh yeah, MBR. That's the one it just keeps popping into my mind that I may have used before. Let's see what that one is. They all open up with a little, because they're portable apps, and they almost all open up this, and they're extracting the app. It's a 7-zip file. They're all 7-zip files, most all of them anyway. It extracts the apps and then it'll run in this little terminal window. Some of them are just terminal apps, and some of them command line apps, and some of them are GUI apps. This one seems to be taking a long time, but some of them, they'll sit here and do all that, and then they say, oh, this doesn't run right in here. So I wonder, why did they put it in there to start with? Why did Hirens put it in there? But I'll tell you one thing, some of them that it said, well, you could try it in here, but it really may not run right because it's not installed and it's meant to be installed. But but they'll tell you kind of a little bit about what the app can do. And I found some really good apps that way from in this thing, even though I couldn't use them in here. It's taking too long. I'm going to minimize this one, and maybe it'll come up in a little bit. Let's try another one if we can while it's... This is a 2 gig system, you know, with this one. Windows cannot find HDD hacker execute. Make sure you type the name correctly and then try again to search the file. Yeah, well, I didn't type anything, so I guess there's an error in that little extract script. Okay, that's weird. Is that why I remember it? Because it never did actually work. Cronus. Why does that sound so familiar? Cronus. This is a commercial application, is not included in the package. UBCD execute. What? So is it going to open up? Let's just let it do its thing. Now watch it get done before I get back in there. Boot ICE, boot sector install change. Disk genius. Yeah. Okay, we don't want to be trying to, I don't know. I'll leave it alone a little bit longer. No, let's close it. I don't know what it's going to do, but those languages. Okay. I'm starting to think I should go back to my standard, my Linux rescue things like, you know, super grub disk and all that stuff. That stuff I'm very familiar with. I just use this every once in a great while. MBR utility. Let's see what the MBR utility looks like, and then I'll just try that. I may want that. Well, this is a complement other Terabyte Ultimate products. Allows you to manipulate driver's master boot record, for example, deleting all partitions MBR. Okay. Installation simple. Copy the program, follow the directory on your drive or bootable floppy diskette. MBR execute can be run from command prompt, from a batch file. I keep thinking that probably would be more understandable, and I know I would sound better on my good mic. So now we're back. Okay, I was talking, but you couldn't hear me. Okay, because I hadn't unmuted it yet. Yeah. Okay, so I know I sound better on there. What did I do with my? I had to move things around so many times. I don't know. I've lost my long thing, a long stick. Okay, back to the instructions for this MBR reset delete 0. This is a big how-to file, but I don't see an app. I guess it tells you how to, somewhere there's an MBR execute. Oh, there it is. It's command line. Oh, okay. Boot the computer after selection. Hey, you gotta type in all these different commands and stuff. I don't want to reboot, and I don't want to get into fooling with all that. So these are, it says command line apps, so I guess I should, MBR fix, I mean, maybe it'll just fix it, try to fix it. We'll see. But yeah, I'm too, I don't even really want to sit here and try to read, try to remember how to do all this stuff in the DOS command line. I never was really good, never could remember much of it anyway. So it's extracting. We'll let it do that. Yeah, I don't think there's much else on here that I really want to. Recovery. I mean, there's lots and lots of cool apps, but for what I'm trying to do here, it looks like what I really need to do is fix the MBR, and I know of several easier ways to do it than this way. But if you're totally into Windows, then this is pretty cool. Okay, I've got something up here. Whoops. It's the same thing. Is that what I already had open? Well, this is different. It's similar but different. Okay. I don't know what it's done though. Let's look at this file. I don't know if it ran a script to like try and fix MBR, if it's just showing me all the commands. But they all look like, oh, okay. Drive, num, info, display. No, this is what the commands would do. Okay. Definitely helpful to have these text file open up to tell you. Okay, starts O. Yeah, drive numbering starts with 0. Yeah, I don't want to risk making things worse in here. Other thing is, this was made during the XP days, and this is Windows 7, so let's do, I want to try restart and no, I want to shut down and eject this time. Shut down, eject all. I'm going to do that this time because the regular eject didn't work. See if it'll work this time. There. Okay, so now I'm going to put this back in this little spot before I lose it. Lose where it belongs, I mean. And I'm going to get my little USB stick out. Oh, I found my long stick. Okay. My back scratcher. Okay, it was all, I had closed it up, so it was not right. It's actually starting to wear out. It comes out too far and it wants to, it's like it's getting ready to break. Okay, so when I move it, you know, pull it, stretch it and push it together and stretch it back out. Okay, I had to see where I was. What do I want? There. So I don't know that I need to do this, but so much, you know, switching around. But here we go. This is what I was getting. I'm trying to figure out which camera I want to get up in front of. My I just don't want to show. I've got it set to show the monitor. Anyway, that's my little SD card and a USB adapter. It's called Easy to Boot app that I set it up with. Multi-boot. Oh, I gotta get over there. I'm confused. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, I didn't know that would do that. Sorry. I hit my up and down arrow keys but I haven't switched to the other machine yet, so it just started switching things in that window. Okay, yeah, that's what I want, and I need to switch. Okay, very good. Now, yeah, it wouldn't, it just sits there and waits on you anyway, so I didn't have to worry. Most of them you got to make a selection or it'll do a default Windows, yeah. And Hirens is on here, but I have it on here twice actually, but I need to run make files contiguous, but I thought about trying to do it in my Windows XP on the old 600 Dell 6000 laptop, but it's not running right, so I think, well, I'll fix this Windows 7 again, then I can do that. And a lot of it works, and some of it works, some of it doesn't. So yeah, I've got Party Magic, Rescue Tux, Super Grub Disk, okay, Super Grub. Yeah, I've got all the Super Grubs. What's on that? Yummy multi-boot disk from a 10917. Let's see what's in there, if it'll work. Oh, it doesn't work. There's our matrix screen. Control Alt Delete. That one, see, that one's one that won't boot. It needs to be. I think it would maybe if I run. I think what happened is it tried to run make files contiguous, and then it hung up, and for whatever reason, and then it was in the middle of doing it to several files, and got them out of whack. That was weird. It said something about HD1. I think maybe it can tell there's a hard drive plugged in, but no power to it. I'm not sure. I have the cable IDE plugged into it, but it's not. There's no power to it. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing anything that could tell that before. I want Rescue Tux. I think it may. This may be a newer version than the one I tried before. I've already tried this before, but let's see. Yeah, AMD 64. Yeah, this looks different than what I remember, so I think maybe this is newer. Okay, so that's the one I want. The other one was one of my old CDs, and I think it's a bit older version. And I remember the newest versions worked the best of all these things here. So these rescue tucks and super grub disk and all that. So assuming it'll run on here good and everything, then I didn't have them on this stick before, and so I was using the CDs, and then I went and copied them to the stick and all that. This is debating Jesse that it's built on. There we go. So I don't need to restore grub. I don't have grub on this one. Check system password. Let's see. I don't see anything about Windows though. Oh, if I make this bigger, I'll see more stuff. There we go. Windows. Okay. Restore MBR. Blank Windows password, promote Windows user to admin, unlock Windows user. Okay, I think restore MBR is what I want. The rest of those up above are for, you know, grub and all that. So restore MBR. Okay. Says it'll fix it where it can boot up again. Okay. Got to pick the right. Well, I only have one hard drive plugged in, so I won't have to run it. Okay. It's there's an SDA and an SDA4, but SDA4 would be what I'm booted to, I would imagine. So I'm going to say okay. Yep. Now it says SDA instead of. It said SDA1 and SDA4 now it says, but that's it. 29 gigabyte. Which is right. Same, yeah, 29.8 gigabyte. Okay. Was installed okay. All right. We should be fixed. Now, if that fixed it, but that's how simple it is to use this. You see why I didn't want to fiddle around with all those. Once I got into those other, you know, DOS programs, I was like, oh, I don't want to mess with that. Okay, so go back. Yeah. There's nothing else that I need to do on here. You know, I know my passwords. I'm not locked out or anything like that. GPT. What is that? GPT. Check BIOS. Grub partition. Oh, okay. Boot repair. Gparted. OS uninstaller. Photo rec. Test disk. Oh, there's test disk right here. Boot repair. Let's expert tools, grub, restore grub. I'm going to just look at the boot repair and see if it has a Windows version or if it's just. Now this is about restoring grub. Okay, so, but you might be able to. I think it only restores it if it was already there, though. I don't think it will just install it. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Okay, so there's a few. There's not much else in here but this little app, and so I'm going to shut it down so that I can get my USB stick out safely, and I'm just going to try to boot it on that hard disk and see if it fixed the Windows boot. Okay. Take out my little USB. And we'll see what happens here. I really don't know why I become determined to fix this. Should be just determined to take it out and forget about it. Now I don't want to because I've got that menu in my grub. Of course I could run reboot and select proper boot device or insert boot media. Oh, um, hmm. I guess I better plug that other hard drive back in so that it can't see the device that it's told to boot to is not there. Let's see. That should be okay. I don't want to go into BIOS and change it and then have to change it back, so might as well just leave it like that. F11's boot menu. I could have probably done that, but okay, yeah, we got our grub boot menu back, and let's see what happens when we try to go to Windows. It's still broken. Well, let's just do the startup repair just in case the new MBR will make it fixable. That's better, isn't it? We'll see. I don't remember seeing that the last 10 times, 15 times. That looks like the normal boot menu to me. Taking a lot longer, so maybe this is it. And because it went through that white stripe really quick, and it went to the little green boot menu of Microsoft Corporation. So unless it went by faster before, and I just didn't notice it. It's always exciting to see. You're always so hopeful, even if you think you don't care that much. You just want things to work, even if it's not something you're crazy about. You tell yourself you don't like it, but you want it to work. You always don't like it when it's broke. And when it's okay, when it's working, then you're like, oh, this is okay. It's pretty cool. This could take a long time. I've seen that, and it may be taking a long time because it's working on recovering some of those lost files and stuff. Although, I mean, well, I don't know about 7. This is what all it displays, and maybe running check this in the background, and that's what it displays. I don't really know. You would think it would tell you. XP used to tell you, it had the little blue screen. It said check disk on it, and you knew exactly what was going on. It told you how long it had left, and all that stuff. But yeah, this is different. Definitely, I made something happen. I ran check disk on both partitions, and then I ended up running that fix MBR with rescue tux. Yeah, that rescue tux is easy. It's kind of, you gotta. I mean, I went through it fairly quick because I've used it a lot of times. But you have to. It has all those instructions, and if you never used it before, you need to read through all those instructions, and then you go back and look at those buttons at the top and all around, and it's really pretty simple once you know. If you don't know at all about the structure, the way Linux looks at labels, files, disks, and drives and partitions, then you need to get an understanding of that. So the instructions are really helpful. It went black, and I'm thinking it may be gonna boot. I'm hoping. It finished whatever it was doing there. So anyway, yeah, that's Rescue Tux is really good. There's another one that was, I think it was called Boot Repair Disk or something that I used, and sometimes it was, when it worked, it was so really easy and cool, but then sometimes it would just not work, and you really didn't know why, and I think it would give you some little clues. Okay, something's happening. There's a mouse, but it's a big mouse, not a regular size. Okay, I had to move it and see if it would move. But it's huge, like what you might get in that repair screen. Definitely taking an awful long time this time. It's not doing just what it did before. But that doesn't necessarily mean everything's okay, does it? Oh. Could have been that I just made it have to go through all the changes I made to it and see what it thinks is going on. I might have been okay if I would just say didn't have the option of saying start Windows normally, but I was afraid to do that. Sometimes if you don't take your chance to use the fix, it may not show up next time, you know. You never really know. But yeah, I hate sitting here looking at a black screen with a mouse on it too. I could move it around a little bit. I was thinking, well, I could switch, and as soon as I switch, it'll boot up. Switch over and like change the camera views and stuff. I was actually thinking there's well, for one thing, if you were streaming like, well, you still have to be doing it. If you were streaming, oh, it went black again. Well, there's a blue, but still that giant mouse cursor. But that's the Windows 7 background, one of the Windows 7 backgrounds. It could be that it's going to boot up and then it'll fix the resolution here when it boots up. But there is an OBS Studio has a remote app that you can put on your phone. I got it on one of my phones. Got it on the one that I have the mic. Wireless mic set up in, you know, streaming in, but you have to be streaming from Windows. It doesn't work with the Linux streaming app, you know, software. So I haven't ever got to try it, and I actually thought I might try it on this machine, you know, before it broke, but I don't know if I'll try it. I did try it. I didn't try the remote app, but I tried OBS in my laptop, and it couldn't do it. I tried it once in this back when I had 30. Yeah, it couldn't do it in the 64-bit. It couldn't even do it in the 32-bit. I tried it in the 30. I think I tried it in 32-bit. It could do it, but terribly, you know. My laptop just kept getting hot and locking down. It'd run really hard, get hot, and shut down. Yeah, it's not doing exactly what it did before. Now we got our mouse, big mouse. Resolutions were, you know, not right, and background. But we haven't gotten to a, you know, error, the big can't boot screen or anything yet. So, and so, oh, there it is, recovery options. Oh, there you are, my old friend. Oh, why do I keep clicking on that? That's just my US keyboard thing. It sure is going slow this time. It's like it's working. It's really tired now, really mad or something. What is this? I can't remember. I think it's home. Oh, I only have the right. I think I have Pro and Home Premium or something on my little SD card. I think it needs that helper file on the USB stick to work, though. Yeah, restore, exactly the same thing. Just that restore thing again. I don't have a system image. It'll just hang up. I clicked on it. I don't know why. I'm going to put my USB stick in there again because, or my SD card USB, because I may try booting to the install ISO again. I think I may need that helper file on a USB stick though. I could put it on there. Let's see. I have it. Put it on one of my, I can put it on my, pretty sure I could put it on that Domain 8 stick, because I think it's formatted FAT32. Hang on for a minute. Working so slow, it's getting aggravating. You can just while away the hours messing with these things, man. You think you do something right quick, or within an hour, and it's hours. So let's see. An internal error occurred. Reimage your computer. An internal error. Startup repair, system restore, system image recovery, restart. Okay, well, I guess it expected you to have it on. Of course, I did put a USB stick in there. Maybe it looked for it on there or something. But I don't know where. I guess it would just look for all your media, and see if it could find a Microsoft backup image or something. I don't. Okay, I want to use. Actually, that's not what I want. Didn't see my USB stick. See if it does this time. May have to shut it all the way down to get it to see it. Or I can use F11, can I? Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Maxter, WD, DVD, mass storage. There we go. I think it won't tell you that you need that little helper file either. Windows install menu. Okay. Now, Windows 7. Yeah, here we go. Home Premium. Looks like they both. Professional and Home Premium. Okay, but 64. Oh, 64 and x86. I just can't see. Everything blends in on me. I want the x64. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I have to put something in here or what. Use easy to boot. XML. Language. Load ISO. I think I will pick 0. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I think I did that before. Use easy to boot XML and it worked. Okay, now see it's booting it. I'm not going to try to install from it anyway. If I was going to reinstall, I would do the 32-bit, not the 64-bit. I think I'm a bit too tired to start a brand new install anyway. Yeah, that says starting Windows. It didn't just say Microsoft. Oh, and it has those little colored dots. Yeah, but this is just going to be the install. This is not. And there's a repair, but I tried this already, I think. I'm pretty sure, and I don't think it repaired it last time. XP was pretty good at repairing. If you had a system there, it usually could repair it, you know. I thought I used 7 to do this before, and it worked. It hasn't on this one. There we go. Yeah, I think as long as you get that blue command line, you're supposed to be okay. Let's see. I'm going to read it this time and make sure it looks like what I want. S, repair Windows, startup repair. R, recover Windows. Test command prompt. N, install Windows. Oh, okay. Choose an option. Well, I want to try S. If I can see it. My microphone was in the way. S. Okay. Yeah, but that just does what I've already been doing, I believe. I don't think it'll do anything any different than what it does automatically off of the little system partition on there. Yeah, exact same thing. Okay. So, yeah, I think if I'm gonna try to actually reinstall, I would want to get that little helper file on a USB stick to make sure that it's going to work, because I think you need that to make it'll let you try to install, yeah, and it hangs up saying, it'll tell you need to load some drivers, and that's not actually what you need. Okay. Cannot repair this computer automatically if you recently attached a device to this computer, such as a camera, or so and so and so and so and so and so. Let's look at the diagnostic repair details again. Okay. I wonder, I just realized I have that other, my grub. It could have been looking at the first check disk. It could have been looking at the grub and, and saw that it wasn't Windows and didn't know what to do with it. But I've ran this before before I ever did all this. Oh, this is different. Oh, install Windows. Let's see. Home Basic, Home Premium, Professional. Oh, it'll do all those. What was it? Home Premium. Yeah, but this is still 64-bit. Yeah, I don't want to continue with this. This is going to install it. Yeah, that's installing Windows. At this point, I think I better do a hard shutdown. Oh, wait, I think if I do that, it'll let me. To install or upgrade Windows, you must run Windows installation. Are you sure you want to? Oh, I wonder if it would upgrade it and fix it. Let's see. There, it saw the right disk. Oh. No, it's not going to upgrade. That's the right one. Drive options, refresh. Yeah. I'm scared it's going to start doing it and just make, I don't want to reinstall 64-bit if I'm going to reinstall. Upgrade, yeah. Well, it may, if it was an upgradable version, like, well, XP, I guess. Then I guess that's the only time it would upgrade. But I've seen it when you had a broken operating system. I can't remember if 7 would ever do that or not, but like XP and stuff, if it was broken, you could run the upgrade and fix it. It would actually, do you want to, but it does see the right partition. So, yeah, I think the next thing, it might just automatically start installing it, because I think if I click next, it may. Yeah, that'd be okay to install it, but not this version. I want to go back to 32-bit. The thing is, I already activated the license. I don't know if that's going to squawk. That's the other thing. But kind of would rather have unplugged my Fedora disk too, because it might try to write that MBR to this to the disk 1, the boot disk of this system too. That's the other thing. Yeah, I don't want to try to do this like this. Yeah, I want to cancel. If I just hard shut it down, I'll tell them what other hard times I might have. So yeah, I would rather unplug that other drive. And if I am going to do that, then I want to get my little helper file to make sure that the install is going to work. Okay, I'm going to let it try to boot into Fedora to make sure I haven't done any damage to that. I don't think I have, but I'm going to hit escape so I can see the command line. Seems okay. this is my actual goal anyway, is to have the Fedora 26 on here. It's just that that was already there, installed and licensed to the box, and I just thought, well, it would be all right to have it, if I could fix it. I thought I could fix it easily, maybe. Famous last thoughts. There we go. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I need a break, and if I do decide to do that, then I will start a new stream, start a new live stream, and do that. Okay, everything's all good there. Is it 6 in the morning? Sure is, 6:07. I might do that. I might take a little break, and then I might start doing that. Okay, I'm going to shut this down, and if I may unplug the Fedora hard drive and get my little helper file on my USB stick and all that stuff, and maybe go ahead and, unless I think of some other way, but I'm kind of, I've done quite a few different things that it should have fixed, that I would have thought would have fixed this, and it hadn't fixed it. So I'm kind of, right now I'm completely at a loss. I really can't think of anything I hadn't already tried that should maybe fix it. So I'm going to go out here and take a break, and then I'll figure out